Hi, I'm Verena Gayatri Primus. Welcome to this video. I'm so happy you're here. This is a part of the series how you can adapt your yoga practice when you have an injury or a pain, maybe in your shoulder or in your wrist. There are two videos how to adapt your sun salutations to shoulder or wrist pain. And now let's say mainly, let's say you have shoulder pain, but your wrist is also hurting you. There's a wonderful way you can do full yoga practice. In this case today we do 15 minutes of just a standing pose sequence. It's beautiful, So that's what I've done also when I've injured my shoulder. I've just done more standing poses without the vinyasa or the flow in between. So I started with the sun salutation, the adapted. You can do the two. And then let's move on to a standing pose sequence where you really strengthen your body, you stretch your body, but you don't have to use your shoulder at all, you can adjust it. So let's come to the front of the mat and feet hip distance apart. I have two blocks here. That might be one or two blocks, a nice prop for you. You can put one block on one side and one on the other. And let's just start in Tadasana, just starting the practice in Tadasana, reaching through the heels, lengthening the upper thighs, naturally letting the belly rise up, the shoulders release, reaching the fingers down. Now inhale. Exhale, breathe into your feet, spread the balls of the feet. And again, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reach through the heels. And inhale, exhale, hands in front of the heart. There are different ways to come into the standing poses today. We just keep stepping. In my case, with the left foot back. If you're doing this video, it might be the right foot for you if we're facing the same side. And then let's turn the right foot in, the left foot out. Let's come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So my injured shoulder is now the right one, because that was really my injured shoulder. And so I'm going to demonstrate what I do with my right shoulder and arm if it's hurting you, So we turn first to the left, hips facing you, lengthening forward. So at that time when I had shoulder pain, I couldn't lift it up here or here. There was no way. So I kept just my right hand on the right shoulder. This was a position my shoulder could kind of deal with, And now I just worked with the other. So I stretched and now I reach through the left with the left arm, long, long. If you're feeling a bit off, it's really nice to have some props to support you. General, not going, as deep as you might be able to go into the asana. Here also, if you have wrist pain, please don't push into the wrist. Stay on the fingertips, keep your wrist long. And now, pressing into the right heel, turning the belly button, the shoulder, and look up. And I know I love to stretch out my arm, but if the shoulder is hurting, I can't do it. And I love to go deeper, but if your wrist is hurting, just keep reaching up. So lengthen here, keep your head straight. So if your neck is hurting here, for example, you just drop the head, press into the feet, draw the belly in, a couple of more breaths, inhale, exhale, and then bend, and come up. And let's change side, turn the left foot in, turn the right foot out. Now you have to see how much pressure that shoulder could take. Mine couldn't take any. So what I did is I left my good arm, my left arm straight. I tilted in my right hip. And now it's really a question of strength. So I kept my hand on here. So you really have to work with the upper body. Or you can bring the hand, I think that was fine too. I could just stretch it below. And you can press a little bit against the shin and reaching up. Or keeping the hand on the shoulder or a little bit against the shin, but not much pressure. Now reaching, so this is also good if your right wrist is hurting. You can either reach to the block or you can keep it there and really lengthen and strengthen the side body. And then in my case, I kept it here. I bend the knee and straighten. And then you come up, step up, and place both hands on your heart and maybe release it. Extended side angle. Inhale, exhale, hands in front of the heart. Stepping again, the leg open with the arm, rotating the right heel in, opening the left, And now bending the left knee as if you come into warrior two. And then again, if you have wrist pain, keep the wrist straight, don't flex the wrist. And if your right shoulder is hurting like it did for me, keep the hand on the hip. Or maybe it feels good to keep it alongside here. For me, I really could only do this. So stay here, reach up. If your neck is hurting, please adjust the position of your neck. If you have wrist pain, please don't lean into it. Then it's actually better you have it here, you have no pressure on the wrist at all. Opening up, reaching long. Stay 3 to 5 breaths. And look down, stretch the leg, stretch the good arm, and change. So I could not put much pressure on, so I just changed and bent the knee. And you can see, maybe you can stay here and just put a little pressure on the elbow. If you can stretch out the arm and distribute the pressure maybe away from the shoulder, you can do it here. But here again, I'm not putting much pressure. So I keep my hand here, you can open the hand, but don't lean into the shoulder, yeah? So again, you have to work with the legs more and the side body. Stay here, inhale, exhale. If you want to side stretch, then just go ahead and reach with the opposite, long, long, long. And then swing the arm down to help you come up, and then turn the foot in. So from here, it's nice to come into Prasarita Padottanasana. You can also use a block here for your head. And again, I couldn't even reach my arm down there. I show you what I could do. But you can keep the hand on the hip, the other one here, or one hand on the heart, the other one on the hip, and then inhale, exhale. So my good arm, my left arm could go down. I could rest my head on the block. You can adjust here. And I could reach with my good arm down. I think on the second or third day of my recovery, I could reach already a little bit to the shin, but not very much. I definitely couldn't pull. So here I stayed here. You can see how it works to drop the arm, but really be gentle. Treat your arm like a little wing that needs carrying. You can also remove the block and just reach with one arm a little bit more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you have wrist pain, this pose should be okay. But also here, don't push the wrist against the floor. Keep the wrist really straight, making maybe a fist or just reaching the fingertips. And then bending the knees, coming up, coming into a smaller position. Turn the right foot out and then stepping forward. Now Parsvottanasana is also nice here. This, I think, depends on your shoulder pain and what the origin is. You definitely cannot do this fancy thing, that we like to do in this position. That definitely is out. But for me, it kind of worked to hold my elbow here, especially on the second and third day. So let's pretend your shoulder is really hurting, you cannot move it at all. Then do the same thing. Your right hand stays on the heart. The left leg steps back, right foot faces forward. You can use the blocks if you like. And now, keeping the front leg straight, forward fold, depending on your flexibility in the leg, support with a block. Again, if you have wrist pain, keep the wrist long. And then if that's okay for you, go down. And I think one of my favorite versions is with or without block, if I'm reaching my hands back. So either fingers facing forward or back. If you have wrist pain, don't go into that sharp angle. Rather reach the hands back this way and then stay here. Depending on your shoulder, you can maybe put the hand on the shin, or maybe you can use the other block. So just listen. And then bending the knee and straighten the leg. To come out, bend the knee and come up. And let's do the other side, stepping the left leg in, stepping the right leg back. And then again, right leg maybe in, so both of your hips face forward. And then folding forward. My good arm, the left arm, can reach onto a block. Right hip comes forward, my right hand, the injured shoulder or wrist arm stays on the heart, and then you can reach back here. For the wrist, it's better to keep it straight instead of pushing it down. And now, stay here, breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. Look up, walk the hand back onto the block, bend the front knee, not to overextend your knee, stepping forward, and then inhale, come up. And you can also do, of course, here, the warrior one position. So keep your right leg forward, step the left leg now really far back, bending in the front knee. With the good arm, it feels so nice just to reach up here, look up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. If you want, move the front foot forward, open the left side, coming for 3 breaths into warrior two. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. And then if you want, with stepping forward and then release. And now doing the other side. So step your right leg back, warrior one as far as you can, bend the front, and here again, just keep the injured shoulder arm low and just reach up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, opening up whatever you can. Feel like your energy is circulating, which also helps your shoulder. And then turn into a warrior two. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last breath. Inhale, exhale, maybe move the foot a little closer, and stepping forward, and release. And to finish, it's really nice to finish in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, reaching the good arm up. Exhale, folding forward, grabbing with the good arm your wrist, or do yogic toe lock. Inhale up, exhale, let's stay 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale. If your wrist is hurting, just grab the foot. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. Then straighten the spine, reach the arm up, come up, and release the hand. And then stroke your shoulder. You've done a great job, your whole body. You've circulated the healing energy, and you respected your shoulder and the pain, doing everything you could. Thank you very much. If you like this video, comment to me, tell me how you're doing with it, share with me how you are dealing with your shoulder pain when you practice yoga. If you have any question, I'm happy to reply. Subscribe to my channel for more information on yoga, Ayurveda, meditation, and holistic lifestyle. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste.